Hello folks, welcome back to the channel. My name is Joel Duggan and this is the Friday LEGO Let's Chat. We're on the last two bags of the LEGO Transformers Soundwave set 10358. I've got the entire process up on Joel Duggan VODs on YouTube. So if you are late to the game, you can go check that out and get up to speed. This is going to be, I believe, the feet and the head, and I've got a fun little surprise at the end of this too. The one thing I do have to backtrack on, though, is that we built the first two bags, which was Laserbeak and Ravage, and then I had to return the set. And so I still have the bags, but they're unbuilt. So in order to put a cassette in his chest, I have to do, probably I'll do Laserbeak again, would be my guess. So we might have to do that. And I don't think I'll null that out. I'll probably just quickly put that together as best I can. And it looks like today we're going to be doing feet and head. And it should be a pretty good time. If you were here yesterday, then you saw that we started working on the geode farm on the Citadel server. Our second geode farm. Oh, you know what? I think my knife might be in the other room. Right. Scoot that out of the way. How's it going, Dan? Good to see you. SweetSandi hanging out. Captain Ben Owen, hello. This would be a small bag. Pretty fast to go together, I'd imagine. Seeing as there's no blue in it, I know it's not his head. This could just be stuff on the back of him, too. Oh, boo, how's it going? I also have a LEGO package arriving today, which is going to be something we start next week. There's a very slim chance it might arrive while we're streaming, but I doubt it. Amazon deliveries are not normally early. The head is small. Yeah, the head's small, but I don't think this is it. We've also got his blasters left to do, so this could be, well, I don't know. I'm thinking it's going to be feet. I'm thinking maybe both feet are actually pretty straightforward. Do the Transformers actually transform? 100% yes, they do. It's not always the easiest. I find that sometimes the pressure that you have to put in order to move parts will sometimes have some of the Lego break apart, but they absolutely transform. I'd say the best one that I mean, there's only 3, but the best one was Optimus Prime. Bumblebee was okay. I didn't find the transformation on Bumblebee all that smooth. And, well, I think the disappointing part about Bumblebee, which, I mean, it's still a cool set, don't get me wrong, but I think the disappointing part was that the Volkswagen Bug design for Bumblebee, it's not really the best shape. I feel like, and that might be just a restriction of Lego. It might be something that they just could not do and have it transform. But the Optimus Prime transformation was pretty cool. The thing is, they look so cool as robots that you genuinely don't want to have them like displayed on the shelf as their object form, their robot form, their vehicle form. And this guy, he's a tape deck, so I guess this is probably the one that could be just as cool to display as the tape deck as it is for the robot. I think people would recognize it. I think that's the thing. It's the colors, the Decepticon symbol on his chest. I think people would, anybody that's a fan would go like, oh, that's really cool. Like, I recognize that. Well, that was pretty straightforward. Yeah, I think these are our feet. Last Jordan, good morning. Nope, goes in a different spot. Cool. Doo-doo. You don't see these very often in LEGO. The round 1x1 tiles. I'm assuming so much of this is going to be for specific spacing, stopping pieces from moving in certain directions. Also changing the directions in which pieces connect. Seems like you get frequent ads. I ran the ads. I did that at the start. They shouldn't play for you though, Sandy. Captain Ben Owen, yeah, it doesn't matter what platform you're on, the ads are always way louder than the content, which is very annoying. One of the reasons why I actually have YouTube Premium. I just couldn't stand the ads. I just found them so disruptive. The thing is, like, with ads like that, the people that are paying for those ads, you're not doing them any favors. Like, I'm not sure how many other people are like that, but when I get an ad, especially on something like Amazon Prime, which I can't avoid the ads on now, like I pay for Prime, but I'm not paying extra for no ads because I had I was ad free because I was paying for Prime for a long time, and because of that, I refuse to jack up my price just to go ad free. But the ads that they run on Amazon Prime are awful, and they're repetitive. Like, I tune out immediately, and the only thing I've noted is like, what are the products or what are the services that are advertising? Mental note: I am never going to use those. So it's not having the effect that I think advertisers want it to. That looks like it gets turned over. That. I wonder why it's constructed like that. Like, it goes together so smoothly, but like there's no, I guess that's just a clasp. There's no real function for that. Weird. Just seems like a lot of work for not a lot of stuff. I don't know. I'm sure this has to do with the attachment. Oh, the rubber is for the bottom. Cool. I thought these were going to be for just balancing it out, but that's a really cool idea. Because these are pretty grippy, right? Pieces will slide quite easily, plastic, but the rubber will grip. And so it gives him feet that don't slide very easily. That's a cool idea. And then this goes in there, and there's two little ball sockets in there for the attachment. And this goes in like that. And then there's going to be a click when these two balls go into those two sockets. And then his whole foot is what brings down the whole shin. That's really neat. Very cool. Open that up, and then when his foot comes down, his shin folds out. And then he's got some slight ankle rotation too for like leg positioning. I think they're both in there. Yeah. Cool. Deja vu. Yeah, the leg mechanism is really cool, Captain Ben. Kiwi soda, hello. Captain Ben says, "Hey, I don't think they're doing a great job with commercials recently. They definitely do not make me want to buy their product." Yeah, 100%, right? Didn't get rid of the ads on Twitch. I think on my channel, if you're a sub, then the ads don't play. And typically what I try to do is before the stream starts, I run a 3-minute block of ads, and that should disable ads for the next hour. And I take a break every hour. And then while I'm on that break, there's also ads that play. So the idea is that I play a 3-minute block of ads on the channel whenever I'm not at the keyboard. And then that way, you don't miss anything. The ads still play. I still get a little bit of revenue, but it's not disruptive, because I really don't like it when streamers have ads running during their streams. I get it. Like, I understand that the idea is to try to and get people to sub so that they don't see ads. But the problem with that for me is that I don't, that's not a positive. Like, I don't want someone subbing to my channel because they're cheesed off that they're seeing ads. I want someone subbing to my channel because they like my content and they're like, yeah, I like Joel. He's cool. I'll support him. Right? Like, that's why I want someone to come in here and say, I'll sub. I mean, really, I want people to go to Patreon because it's cheaper for you and you get access to the Discord. And if you don't care about Twitch emotes, then Patreon is definitely the way to go. Some ads are so odd and stupid that you start to wonder what they were thinking when they were making them. Yep. And this is a pet peeve. I think they're leaning into a very specific demographic with this, but it's something that you see a lot on platforms like TikTok, where someone will whisper into a microphone and tell you about their product or something, or they'll be trying to, like, they're an influencer and they're trying to, like, sell you a clothing item or a tech item or something like that. And so they're whispering. I will swipe past that so freaking fast. Like, it's even hard for me not to swear about it now. Like, I get so irked and annoyed by people whispering into microphones. Like, it's just don't. I know there's some ASMR people out there, but it's like when marketing thinks ASMR is hot right now, and then they also don't get it. It's so bad. Dan, you hate that too? Yeah, me too. It's so bad. Dislike immense. I understand that this is a really cool attachment. I guess it just must be like getting things to the right depth, getting the right ball joint attachments set up. It is quite a lot of work for a very simple thing, which, again, I'm not complaining. It's so specific. I guess these things just had to be a very specific height for the ball joint attachment to work. Would be my guess. I like ASMR, but I can't relax to forced product placement. And I think ASMR, there's certain, I mean, everybody's different, right? That's the thing. And I think that's the assumption that the ads are making, is that ASMR is popular and therefore everyone's into it, forgetting the fact that it's actually probably more of a niche market. All right, see if I can show this off again. Mag 12, 181. So we had built this previously where this mechanism, part of the shin. So for people that don't know, the back of the leg is hollow. And when this is up, it actually creates a flush face in the back of the leg. And then rather than pressing on that, you can just pull the foot down. So there is, I'm not sure if that's, you can sort of see them there. These two little socket joints from Technic. And then there's the two little balls here, and they clip into there. I'm not sure if you'll hear this. And so now you can just pull on the foot. Whoops. Just not too hard. And that's what I mean, like the transformations are cool, but sometimes they don't stay, right? So now he has feet. I had a question about emailing the spawn chunks. Do people use their real emails? You always use their player names. Is that because they include it in the sign-off, or is it using an email with their player name? Oh no, people often use their regular emails, but they either sign an email saying Captain Owen died because he didn't see a creeper behind him, or they'll have a more personal note like, "Hi, Joel and Johnny, it's Ben. Really love the show. Here's a question for you, blah, 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 blah. Thanks very much for all that you do, Ben." But then they'll say, "By the way, if you read this on the show, please call me Captain Ben Owen," right? By default, we use any kind of Minecraft name or Discord name that is obvious in the email. And that's mostly for privacy reasons. And if someone doesn't have one, so for example, if you wrote in and there was no indication that it was Captain Ben Owen, it was just Ben, and your email was benowen112@gmail, then we would credit you on the email as Ben O, just to kind of like make sure that you knew it was you, you know. And if people recognize the emailer over and over again, then that's cool. But yeah, that's how we do it. Awesome. Thanks for, I'm glad that you like the show so much that you want to join in. Just a heads up though, we get a lot of email, and the fact that we don't choose an email doesn't mean it was a bad email. It generally, we have to choose emails that suit the show, suit the conversation that's happening around Minecraft right now. So like every now and again, we just get these emails that is blue. There's like, hey, can we talk about an end update? And we're just like, we've talked about an end update until we're blue in the face. Like we're not doing that right now. Because right now the topic is Mounts of Mayhem and Copper Golems and the Copper Age. All that stuff. Those are big pieces. That's really cool. SweetSandi, 100 bits, bag 11 done. Thanks very much, Sandy. Appreciate it. These are not big pieces. I think this is his head right here for most of it. Right there. Oh, right. I forgot about the plaque that comes with him. We didn't get any little write-ups from LEGO inside the feet design. That's kind of disappointing. Oh. Some more potential face pieces. I wonder if this guy has an LED kit. It'd be really difficult to do an LED kit on one of these Transformers because it would have to, you'd want it to be able to transform too, right? And that might not be the case. The LED kits for the Transformers might be just like, hey, if you do this, you need to choose robot form forever. Or like for as long as you have the LED kit on there. Wow, those are tiny. It's a little single stud with like a grip piece on the back. Huh. Mikatu, hello. Have you completed the other Transformer Lego sets? If so, which is your favorite? Jenny, yeah, this is my third. I think, I don't know. Prime is a favorite just for nostalgia purposes. I really think that this is climbing the charts as my favorite as far as a Lego build. But it's also been like 2 years since I built Prime, so I don't have quite the clearest memory of that experience. I remember really liking it. The video is on Joel Duggan VODs, so you can go and watch watch that. I'm sure I had a really positive reaction to it. I didn't dislike it. Bumblebee was still pretty cool, but Bumblebee was, I don't want to say monotonous, but there was some interesting stuff about Bumblebee, but ultimately, I feel like the transformation wasn't as cool. He's also smaller. The challenge with Bumblebee that they had was that they had to make him smaller than Prime. And even then the scale is still different. Like Bumblebee is much bigger as a Lego Transformer than he would be in real life. Like in the comics or cartoons. So many little pieces here. You think Prime was your favorite too, with Soundwave's very close second? Love the sound brick. Who do you hope to have next? So here's a fun fact. We haven't pressed play yet on the sound brick. We decided to leave that until the end. So in addition to that, I've also got another surprise at the end of this. I will fill you in when. But yeah, so I'm curious about the sound brick for sure. I really liked the sound brick in the retro radio that we built. The retro radio is probably one of my favorite builds in recent memory. But yeah, Prime. I think my issue with Prime, and this is because, you know, I'm an artist and I have a very specific visual memory. I don't find Prime looks like Prime. His head is not quite what it could have been, I feel like. It's close, but I feel like they could have gotten closer. Soundwave looks pretty good though, I have to say. But I really enjoyed like building the gun on Prime. This looks like the guns for Soundwave are going to be really cool looking. I find this is one of the trickier parts about knowing things out, is that there always seems to be an odd number of pieces. When you get down to the last bags, it's always tricky because it's usually the finer details. And as fun as it is, and as much as it prolongs the experience, it gets a little on the tedious side, especially when you have big hands. Like, he's a fan favorite, so they had to make him just don't have their whole heart into it. Oh, you mean Bumblebee? It's like they've improved their designs with Soundwave. For sure, Bumblebee felt like an obligation. I don't know. I don't know about obligation, but I think the issue with Bumblebee that I have, as I mentioned maybe just before you got here, is that the vehicle mode wasn't great. Optimus Prime as a truck looks exactly like you'd expect it to. But Bumblebee as a Volkswagen Bug, it's kind of a stretch. It's not really the strongest. And then who's next is what you asked. And my money is on Starscream, because he's a well-known Decepticon. They have one Decepticon and two Autobots. They have a really awesome opportunity to make a very cool fighter jet. I don't remember what jet Starscream is. He's like a... In the G1 series, I feel like he was a F4... Not an F-14. F-15, maybe? Either way, I think that Starscream is probably what's happening next. However, given that LEGO does a lot of cars, a lot of vehicles, and some of the other Autobots are pretty boxy, I think they could also get away with Hound, or F1 is really popular right now, so they could do like a Mirage. That would be really cool. Trying to think about what the other... Lamborghini, so Sunstreaker, or I don't remember the other Lambo's name. Sideswipe? No, I don't remember. Sandy, I think you were trying to tell me that the stream is an hour. He was F-15. Okay, that's what I thought. F-14s are from Top Gun. Those are the Tomcats, right? I think what I'm getting confused with is that the G.I. Joe toy was an F-14. Did you know that my Satisfactory playthrough is all Transformer themed, Jenny? My main factory is all built and based off of Devastator. And then when 1.0 came out, we did a restart in the grassy fields, and it was Wheeljack, Sunstreaker, and Ironhide were the 3 factories I built. It was fun. I still haven't finished Devastator. It's a long way from being done. Probably one of the weaker knolling jobs I've ever done, but at least we know where everything is. I used to love pieces like this when I was a kid, the translucent plastic ones. They always looked so cool. I had one kit when I was a kid that lit up. Cool. I need to take a short break, folks. I do this once an hour. Gives me a chance to grab another cup of coffee. You can grab a friend, grab a snack. I will be right back. The Wormbo says it really has been a while since I've touched any Lego. Back in my days, some pieces were only ever available in a single color. For example, that round piece with 6 holes and a cross hole in the center was always light gray. Oh, totally. I think that, I mean, I don't think this color even existed, the navy blue, when I was a kid. And so much of the Lego that I had was random bricks, and I had the pirate sets, some space sets. I remember a white space set that had a big battery pack in it that had green and red lights in it. I still have all that somewhere. That's something that I've thought about doing, actually, is rather than continuing to buy new sets, is to build some of my old ones. But I've got to, I'm at a point now where I have to start deconstructing some sets. I've got some smaller play sets that need to go back in the boxes. Oh yeah, the navy blue is a really nice color. The weird thing about this set, though, and I've noticed in this particular kit, is that there's a lot of these little dots. I can't remember what they're called, but it's like it's where the mold injection was, and they're all over the blue pieces. You really see it. There's some on the gray, but it's really all over the blue pieces. The final bag. I don't know what's going on with my iPhone right now, but it takes the worst photos, especially on this table. They're either completely blown out or the black levels are all over the place. I don't know what's going on. It's really frustrating. Anywhere else, it takes a fine photo. Like it's just a weird situation. Straight into the yellow pieces right away. The only thing about the dark blue is that it's very hard to see in the book what pieces are what. Combination of the glare from the lights, but also just you can't see the difference between a plate and a tile. Not very often you see this, where they just stack bricks. Five on each side. I'm so used to building things gradually up with tiles. I'm assuming this is where his head hides. Some sort of backpack. There was always something really satisfying about creating something in Lego that feels kind of flimsy, and then in the next steps really shoring it up and making it feel like a solid thing. Well, the range of colors we have, yeah, for sure. All right, so that just goes onto the back. Nice. Oh, this is gonna get flipped the other way. Feeling beefier? Time for the head. I find this really interesting too, when they build the heads, like you build them flat, but then sometimes when you have to stand them up for them to look right. It's cool. Goes the other way. Crystal Alpaca. Yep, this is the third time we've done a Lego Transformer. I hope they do more. I'm kind of in now. now that I've bought the third one, if they come out with more, Lego kind of has me in a corner. And this goes here. Cool. Oh, that came right back off. Soundwave was always one of the cooler Decepticons. His transformation into a tape deck was odd, but as a robot and as a character, I always thought he was kind of cool. The mass shifting stuff I always thought was a little bit far-fetched. It's that way, it's this way. I just realized this is his forehead. I don't know why, because obviously that's his neck. I don't know why I was thinking that this was something else. But that's what I mean when I say that Lego kind of puts this stuff together in a funny way. Those don't line up. Unless they go this way, they go that way. It really has like the inner workings of a robot head too. It's kind of cool. can choose between yellow and red. We're going to go red. These are these little studs that put grippers on pieces that don't have grips. I'm not sure if that's too high. Well, that's how it goes. Oh, that's really cool. Frames his face. The kind of stuff that you can sculpt out of Lego now is a little crazy. Nice. That's pretty good. Frankenstein gets ahead. Nice. Well, outside of the extras, that's him as a robot. Finished, I think. We just have to make the weapons. Yeah, the detail that they pack into these sets is really cool too. It was also so 80s, more far-fetched than talking robots with a grudge. Well, see, the thing about the story with the Transformers and Decepticons is that it's like a, not a hero's journey, but it's a pretty classic class system conflict, right? Did you have a favorite Transformer growing up, Jenny? Like, this reminds me almost exactly like the toy. This is such a cool way to get that stripe detail in there. Whoop. That rolled a very far distance. Black one goes on the end. It's cool because you can see the red inside the holes too. That attaches to the little stud on his shoulder. I'm assuming like that. I feel like the one in the toy moved. An anonymous gifter sent Jenny B14 a tier 1 sub. Thanks so much, anonymous gifter. Jenny, you can join the Discord. Connect your Discord and your Twitch accounts, and then look for the Joel Duggan Discord on your Discord connection settings under your options. Thanks very much, folks. Appreciate it. This is the one that I remember from a kid. I really enjoy these when they do the guns for Optimus Prime. They did the same thing for Bumblebee as well. Like they build them all on these pistons. Like it's such a neat way to do things. And this is so he can hold it. I don't know why they do this though. I feel like he could probably grip a gun no problem. Now we get into the real nitty-gritty stuff. When you think about what they do with Technic, they deconstruct the Lego piece and like they almost remove the studs from it. And then at certain points in designs, you have to then add the studs back in. that gets attached to that. And then this goes in there. Very pointy. Yeah, so he's got this thing there in his hand. I really feel like if they have given him a bigger handle, you could have just got him to grip it. I think the Optimus Prime did both. Like, I think his fingers wrapped around the handle, but also it attached, if I remember correctly. I mean, it still looks okay. It's a little heavy for his hand. Yeah, it tends to, I mean, probably not a big deal if you've got it vertical. But it's a lot of weight for the joint there. And the plaque is the last thing. Don't know which way this goes. Now, I don't have the other things attached to that. I do have the sticker, though. Was a very good way to stabilize them. Remember rocket-like shapes in some of the older space sets not doing that, and they fell apart so easily. Oh yeah, the rods or the pistons going through the middle. Oh, do I have to? No, they're gonna give me instructions. I guess there's a video probably. There's a crinkle in that. Crap. Oh, I got it. Strength 8, Intelligence 9, Speed 2. I didn't realize he was that slow. Endurance is 6, Rank is 8, Courage is 5, Firepower is 6, Skill is 10. I don't remember what any of that means from when I was a kid. Like I said, the other bag is not built because we built that first, but then I had to take it apart and return the set. So to transform him, obviously we have to remove the guns. But that's Soundwave. That's pretty cool. I like the feet. He's a little top heavy, but his ankles move, so you can kind of position him. It's hard to kind of see on camera because the camera's straight down. But you can move him from the ankles, which is cool. Yeah, the gun being a little wobbly here is not great. I don't like... I'd like that to be a stiffer joint. That's cool. 500 bits from Sandy. Set done. Thanks very much, Sandy. Appreciate that. Shall we press the sound button and see what's up? Let me pause the music here. Oh, cool. Actually has like the sound effect for the transforming. Laserbeak, prepare for flight. Super cool. Nice. Soundwave superior. Laserbeak report. Don't know what that was. Decepticons are awesome. That's the custom one they did for this particular set, I'm sure. I'll get this a little bit closer to the mic. All talk, no shock, I think. There's a lot of different sounds. Cool. That's fun. All right, let's, I guess we'll take this off. I feel like I'd rather it come out like that. Because then he doesn't have something sticking out of his hand. And we take that off. And then one of the coolest things about this is the fact that you just push up on the feet and it completely folds up like that. Flip him over. And his hands go up like that. And then his shoulders fold back. We did this before when I first made these. attachments, but like his actual shoulder blades kind of fold back like that, which is cool. Hopefully you guys can see a little bit on stream. Cool that they give you the top-down view. He does want to lean back a lot. Flip him around this way. I do remember this from the toy. He does the splits when you transform him. And then you rotate that. Which way? So these go like that. And then this folds up. That folds into place. That's cool. Attached to anything? Okay, so it just clips into the back, I guess. The fact that that just moves. Such a neat idea. That looks like it's supposed to be attached to there. Clips. Got it. Wow. That's crazy. It looks so funny with the head still out. All right, I got there. These don't line up that well, but beggars can't be choosers, I guess. Turn the head around. Open that up. Head goes down. I think Prime did the same thing. Oh, cool. This attaches to the back. So this goes here. I like it when the pieces don't just get discarded to the side, like you actually have to put stuff somewhere. It's cool that this actually goes back there too, so you can take this off. So we may have to put this back. And then this goes something. Oh, this attaches to that thing there. Like that. Okay. And then this, yeah. So I have to have this off of that. Back. I'll sort that out later. Well, actually, wait a minute. That just goes in his hand, doesn't it? Yeah. Oh, I see. So that's it. His arms just kind of hang out there? I'm a little surprised with that. Maybe the little grabby piece in his shoulder holds the legs. A little grabby piece. Yeah, that's what. Yeah. The hands just being free like this in the back is a little bit odd. And that's instructions for the sound. And no additional write-ups. Huh. His hands just kind of hanging out in the back is a little bit weird. I feel like I maybe didn't rotate something. No? Yeah, they just kind of hang here, I guess. I wish this was more flush. Cool. That's pretty chunky. It's a Minecraft back, don't worry about it. Fair. Well, here's something fun. And this is a heck of a lot smaller than I thought it was. And also, it's unfortunately broken. But this is the original Soundwave transformer from somewheres back in the 80s. So, unfortunately, the plastic bit was broken. I didn't remember that part. But, I mean, there's the left and the right. You've got the stereo stickers and stuff. And then there would have been the Decepticon symbol. I don't remember whether it had yellow on it. Unfortunately, I don't recall. The release mechanism, of course, doesn't work because there's nothing in there to release. Plus, like, this plastic piece is broken and fused. What about the cassettes? The cassettes were something I did before it got sent back, so I haven't built the cassette. But yeah, here's the thing that I found so strange. Like, this, it's got a belt clip, which I thought was really funny, but his arms are completely folded in here. When you compare the back, it's pretty different. I feel like Optimus Prime's hands folded up inside of his arms in the Lego version. But you've got like a little volume dial here. And then when this transforms, it's very similar. But like, some of these pieces are metal, which is just wild. Like, his feet are metal. His shoulders come out the same way, fold around like that. And then his arms, his hands kind of come down out of his forearms. And his head pops up like that. I didn't remember that he had yellow eyes. I think maybe he had red eyes in the cartoon, but yellow eyes in the toy. I couldn't find any of the tapes. He does have his weapons, though. But that was kind of cool. And what's really interesting and cool about the design about the weapons here is that they even have the little buttons on the back. And the buttons are like the spring-loaded... I mean, I don't know if it's going to work. It's probably so old. It's that one. Yeah, the spring's so old it's not going to actually do anything, but this used to shoot out. You could actually shoot this. It's like a little missile. But that's very similar to the thing that we just built, right? And you could switch these out, put them on the shoulder. This kind of expanded to look more like a weapon. But it's got the, this one's got the rings on it, just like the one we just built. Anyway, I thought that was pretty cool that I still had this. This was in a box in the back of my storage room. All the Transformer toys are a lot smaller than I remember, too. Like, Optimus Prime is tiny as an 80s toy. I'm sure the newer ones are better and bigger. So there's the OG. Just a little bit bigger. Okay, that's the thing that happens with these Lego pieces, that there's always something that falls off and you're like, where did that... I think I see it. I find so many of the Transformers toys, when the head went away to like wherever it was tucked away, it always turned around backwards. It was always the funniest little thing. Yeah, I think I agree with you, Jenny. I think Prime still squeaks out as the best design they've done, but this is a close second. I agree. Very, very cool. I really like how articulate his arms are as well. Like you can do a bunch of different poses and stuff with them. Cool. And it's hard to show on stream because of the way that the camera is, but his feet have got a little bit of give to them, and so you can have his feet be a little bit wider apart and have his feet still be flat on the ground. This is what Prime doesn't have, which I think is a big mistake. He doesn't have knees. Prime rotates like this at the hips, but he doesn't have a knee joint, and it makes him really difficult to pose. So I feel like they've definitely upgraded with Soundwave. I would even look for an aftermarket solution to Prime's knees. I think that would be pretty cool. Yeah, I think it's a pretty good job. I agree. Very, very fun. And much, much taller than his little brother. So I was hoping that the Lego that I'm doing next might have arrived by now, but it's not going to arrive until later today. So you'll have to be tuning in next Friday to figure out what the next LEGO set that we're going to start is going to be. I will, of course, let people know in my Discord ahead of time, but it'll be the same time next Friday, usually around 10 o'clock Atlantic UTC. I will be streaming tomorrow. That's Saturday at 1 o'clock Atlantic. That's, again, UTC minus 4 hours. You can expect Minecraft. We're going to be picking up where we left off on the Geode farm on the Citadel server, which is now running 1.21.10. So we've got a happy ghast. We're going to have access to copper golems and all of those kind of cool things. Shelves is the thing that I'm really looking forward to decorating with. So you can check that out. Do follow me on Patreon. It's patreon.com/JoelDuggan. I will be making some adjustments to that soon for the free members, but also if you are supporting me there, then you get access to the Discord. It's only $2 a month, which is less than a cup of coffee, which is how I fuel my streams. So if you want to buy me a cup of coffee, then check out patreon.com/JoelDuggan. Sandy, thank you ever so much for the lovely bits today and the moderation. I really appreciate it. Jenny, great to talk to you. Thanks so much for coming by. Anybody new, welcome in, and stay tuned. Lots more to come. Bye for now, folks.